All right. Welcome, everybody. I'm very excited to have you guys all for our first ever recorded D&D session here. Uh, this is our prologue to our upcoming series, the Dungeoneers, the Escaped Fates. All right. So first off, I'm going to introduce everybody, starting with Jake. Jake Taylor on wheels to my right here. Then
Hello.
Jake will be playing a. Actually, go ahead and introduce your own character.
Okay. I am Bigsby Smalls, the I guess noble of Waterdeep, councilman, and yeah, I chose to, betray. I guess we'll get into that further into this prelogue, prologue. I know words. I'm a grown man. Yeah, I'm. You'll just find out more. I'm a little man, little tiny man, 3 foot tall man. You'll figure it out. Go ahead.
Perfect. All right, and then to the right of Jake, we have Ty, the RPG guy.
Evening, everybody. I'll be playing Janzel Darkbane, a fallen Azamar with a curious history.
Very good. Mysterious. Very mysterious. All right, then just below me, we have Chainmail. Welcome, Chainmail. Go ahead and introduce your character to us.
With pleasure. I am Sedrath Vakri. I am a former pirate and slash war cleric. Now, I'm still a pirate, but I was also one too.
Very nice.
That's a 1-2. That's great.
All right, and then just to the right of Chainmail, we've got Kai Guy. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Kai Guy.
Be playing Lenny Koggins, the master battlesmith goblin who creates awesome robot armies.
Very nice. Very nice. All right, now with that, we will begin. We'll start us off with our introductions, and then we will hop over into Roll 20, and we'll set the stage, and our adventure will begin.
Ooh-wee.
So first off, our Escape Waterdeep one-shot. Bigsby Smalls. Betrayed by his lust for power and political gain, Bigsby took a bribe from the Syndicate to render his fellow council members vulnerable, hoping that with the Syndicate backing his maneuver, he would be rewarded handsomely and easily take control over Waterdeep's High Council. However, the Syndicate had other plans in mind. Plans that would see Bigsby and his fellow council not only removed from their perch atop Waterdeep, but have their heads removed from their shoulders. Fortunately for Bigsby, his luck had not entirely run out. He was able to escape the gaze of the Syndicate for just a moment enough to flee his estate with his life. Lenny Koggins. Years of constant beratement and abuse from the Syndicate has left Lenny bitter and resentful. The Artificer was tasked with fabricating a weapon capable of powering the Syndicate's efforts in overthrowing those in power within Waterdeep. His solution was a warrior forged of steel and imbued with magic. While near completion of his most prized creation, the Syndicate, whom often tortured the goblin, raided his workshop, as they held little faith he would deliver the task. Furious and outraged, Lenny stuck his master, Nalia, burying his dagger deep into her back. Unfortunately, the price to be paid for this treachery within the Syndicate is death. Next, we have Janzel Darkbane. The hooded figure was seen clutching a book and straying through the shadows of Waterdeep. Was he some sort of vagrant religious zealot, grasping dearly to his holy text? Or perhaps he was a vigilante whose journal held the names of those who wronged him. Nevertheless, he too was in search of escape. But escape from what exactly? That is Janzel's dark secret. Sedrath Vakri. The pirate and smuggler of unknown origin spent many years along the Sword Coast. Waterdeep, having offered an extensive underground network and black market, made it a natural hub for the pirate. Though fencing stolen goods offered steady coin, the debts owed to the Syndicate seemed too tall a task to repay. With little time and little coin left, Sedrath knew that the Syndicate uprise meant it was too time for him to flee, or his repayment would be in his own blood. And lastly, Viserys, the old man, an assistant to Bigsby, was tasked with finding safe passage out of the city. It was he who sought the aid of Sedrath. He knew well the reputation he held within Waterdeep. A risk it may be to recruit a known criminal already accompanied by a hooded man and a goblin. Yet, maybe these three could prove to be useful allies, or at least a distraction to the Syndicate, be it their escape be foiled. All right, and with that, gentlemen, we are going to turn over to Roll20. Now, to set the stage, here in Waterdeep, the Syndicate uprising has left the city in destitution, despair. All of the citizens sort of just desperate, displaced, constant fires, buildings being razed, all hell breaking loose all throughout Waterdeep. And here in town, near a little well just outside of a tavern, Bigsby waits as he's approached by the old man Viserys, his former assistant, who has brought company with him. With him, you see a tall man with blonde hair. You see a short hooded figure, and along with that hooded figure, a quite average-sized what appears to be steel goblin. The night is cool. The wind is blowing throughout the city. A nice sort of crisp breeze is in the air. You hear faint screams, shouts off in the distance. Hear other shouting and buffoonery happening all throughout the city as the Syndicate makes its way through the town. All right. Give me just a second.
It took you long enough, Viserys? That's all you can scrounge together to get me the hell out of here?
I'm sorry, my lord. I have brought you the infamous Sedrath, the smuggler. He has his boat waiting in the sewers below the city. The old passage that the smugglers use to get in and out of the city. I apologize, but with him he's accompanied with some of his companions, but they shouldn't be too much of a trouble for you.
You ain't causing any trouble for us, and you ain't gonna get any trouble in return.
As long as I get the hell out of here, it's a momentary setback, or I would come back and burn this place to the fucking ground after what the Syndicate pulled on me.
Yeah, I got a bone to pick with them too, but we'll get through this.
Well, did they take a kingdom from you? Did they? Or did they just try to take your little boat?
They try to take many more than that, but I ain't gonna let them take much more.
Countless riches lost on this day. I'm pissed.
All right, my lord. Well, I shall be going. I've got other matters.
Try not to lose your head, Sedrath.
Yes, my lord, and please, safe travels. And as he departs, you see him walk off into the shadows, out of sight. Around you, or actually just directly in front of you, you see cages strung up on a wooden form. A few coffins on the ground. You smell a distinct odor of rotting flesh. And in one of those cages, you see a lifeless corpse. And in that cage with that lifeless corpse is a raven picking the flesh, the rotting flesh from the face of what you recognize, Bigsby, to be a fellow council member. And in the other cage, another body, not so much lifeless, actually seems to start to show signs of movement, eyes open, and this individual takes its gaze upon you. He speaks out to you. Is that you, Bigsby? Bigsby.
No. And I create bonfire underneath him and incinerate him.
Do you really? Do it, man.
I didn't say no. And just.
We're gonna start this one off real dark.
Not me anymore. How much damage would that be? 1d8 damage, right?
All right, you start a bonfire underneath him. All right, let me draw a circle of flame under this guy's butt.
But I tell him no, but I kind of whisper to myself like it'll be over soon, friend. And then I kind of carry on with the group.
As the flames start to
No witnesses that I was there.
as the flames start to billow up around the cage, he sort of springs up and he grabs the cage and he looks at you and reaches through the bars of the cage. He says, "Bigsby, no, you traitor! How dare you!" And from the smoke and the flames, you see his body just collapse. You smell burnt flesh and hair as he basically roasts alive in that cage.
Well, what are we waiting for? It won't be the first and won't be the last, at least, to catch my flames.
I can think of many way better to go, but I can think of many more of how to that much worse.
I too could think of worse. If you don't get me out of here, you'll find that out.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
I would never.
So, Sedrath, you are familiar with Waterdeep and the underbelly of Underdeep. There is a passage that you know about that lies between the tavern and a series of shops just to the I would say the northwest of your current location. You know that there is a grate in an alleyway that if you open it up, you're able to climb down into the sewers of the city, and you're more or less familiar with the paths it would take for you to get to your ship that's underneath the city, basically.
Alright, well, let's get out of here before the smell starts attracting all sorts of manner of beasts and man to investigate. Come with me, I know exactly where to go. And I lead them off.
All right, you guys should be able to control your tokens. So you can sort of make your way through the city and explore, trying to find your way to the location. Now, every 30 feet that you walk in this city, you will have to roll a d20. Just any of you will. The way it's going to work is when you roll the d20, if you get less than 10, you will have Syndicate thugs find you as they are sort of just, roaming about the city, patrolling and raiding, and they will spot you.
Random encounters.
Yeah, so it will be a random encounter with the thugs, and then you will have, obviously, you guys will get to control what you want to do and what you need to do to handle that encounter, but you will be noticed if you roll less than a 10. So be very careful on which direction you take to try to get to where you're going.
I'll check.
Alright. Cool. So I'm not able to move my token.
Yeah, I'm not able to move mine as well.
Oh, you're not. Okay.
Yeah, no control here.
Well, I'm glad we're doing this now so we can work out all of these kinks. Let's see. Can be edited. And Kyle, can you control Lenny?
No.
Interesting. It says you guys can all control your own characters.
I believe tokens are a different setting than character sheets.
Yeah, so if I put my own token down, I'm able to move them freely.
Oh, okay.
Oh, how do you put your own token down?
Click on your name and drag it to the map, and it should be placed where you.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yep.
I'll be damned.
Yeah,
Oh.
and you're able to resize.
Lenny is very huge.
So, Kai Guy, Rob Goblin, he is going to be controlled by you. He'll follow you, and obviously he'll take orders from you as well. And he does have, I believe, a speed of 40 feet, so he does get to travel. Could travel a little bit faster than everyone else by foot.
Yeah. Pretty sure it's a speed. Let me check. Yeah,
Yeah,
40
I'm so
feet.
sorry. Okay, which way are we going?
See, you said my character would know to go north. You said, right?
Northwest, in between a tavern and a series of homes and shops.
Okay, so on the map, would my character know that left would lead me to where we need to go?
Yes.
Okay. I'll go ahead. Right there. All right, so I lead them to the west.
Right behind this crate.
You're gonna hide behind the crate there, Bigsby. Are you scared?
Got not get spotted.
All right, Kai Guy.
All right, but then I quickly follow behind Sedrath.
All right, so you've moved your 30 feet. So the leader, Sedrath, please roll a d20.
Let's see if it's something good. 14.
All right.
Okay, this would be as far as I could move. Be like right here. After moving to the crate.
Is that your 30 feet
That's
there?
my 30 feet, yeah.
All right, roll a d20.
Bada bing, baby. Where's it? D20.
Oh, barely. Barely. So you hear clamoring and commotion from inside the building right next to you. As you sort of peer into the window, you see that there are Syndicate thugs, these robed men that are wearing masks, sort of terrorizing the business, going through, taking crates of food and cutting open grain and spilling it out onto the floor. You don't see any other people inside other than the thugs, essentially just ransacking the building. All right, Lenny, it is your turn. Are you going to...
Is your token there, or are you long gone already?
Your token's like still in the same spot it's been, man.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead, Kyle.
I was saying my token's still in the same spot. Or do I?
Oh, you're not gonna move?
Yeah. I haven't done anything yet.
Yep, the floor is yours. You get to decide. You can either follow Sedrath. He's going to take you guys, hopefully, safely to the underground passage that will take you to his ship.
Okay, so I want him to be like behind them and following them from a distance. So. Guess what I do now?
So you can move him. There's the tiles.
can
All
move
these
him.
tiles represent 5 feet. So you can sort of decide where you want to go. If you go
Can
30 feet, you got to roll a d20.
How come I don't have that drag thing like you do?
If you go over
Oh,
to the left, there's a series of icons, and the ruler allows you to measure a distance.
So I'm gonna move 15 feet over here.
Every time you click, it'll allow you to make a point so you can adjust how you're moving from there.
Yeah, if you right
Oh,
click,
that's
it'll
pretty
do
cool. That's neat.
Okay, cool.
Very
Alright.
useful in tactical combat.
And then select the cursor one to move your token, kind of like a board game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay. Do I move Rob too, or?
Yeah, Rob will just follow behind you. I can move him for you.
Okay, that works.
All right. Now, Janzel, I see that you're hiding in the shadows. Are you attempting to stay hidden under the shadow of the night?
No, technically I just went ahead and moved my token over there since I wasn't sure how I was being introduced into the scene, so I was just putting it in a place where I was out of the way.
Oh,
I
you
wasn't
you
sure how
are.
I'm being introduced.
Yeah,
You were already
Yeah, you're
introduced, I
already
thought.
with the group. Yeah, you were
Oh,
picked
okay.
up. Yeah,
I did not realize that. Okay.
yeah, you guys were all basically before Viserys had searched out Sedrath. You all individually had approached him for escape out of the city as well, for all of your own, reasons.
Alright, okay. Alright, well, knowing that, when Bigsby initiated the bonfire underneath the person in the cage, Janzel would have murmured something under his breath about the Queen of Pain taking another soul.
Ooh.
Obatar.
Very nice. Very nice. Mysterious. So dark and brooding.
He will move from here to here and murmur to Sedrath, the middle of the road is not necessarily the safest place.
I turn and look at him, and in your head you hear a voice say, "Of course, it's not the safest, but it's definitely the most interesting."
Ooh.
Gonna get killed.
All right, so you guys all passed your rolls. Lenny, you only used, I believe it was 15 of your movement speed, so you've got 15 left before you have to roll. So Sedrath,
And
yeah, go ahead.
Bigsby's only got a maximum movement speed of 25 feet because of his small, tiny legs,
Yeah,
not 30 feet.
I only moved 25.
Hmm.
Kyle is Lenny.
I miscounted the squares. That was on me.
Yeah, that's fine. You're good.
All right.
Did you want to
so-
move your other 15, bud?
No, I'm like behind you guys, so I won't move until you move.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm like kind of stalking you.
Go back up to the top of the.
All right, Sedrath, it is up to you to continue to lead the group through the city to the safety of the underground passage.
Right. All right, so I'm going to move to right underneath this post on the side of this building, carefully looking in as I'm passing by.
All right. Let me reveal some more of the area for you since you've walked up this way. All right. And let's see. Did you move your 30 feet?
Yes, I did.
All right. Go ahead and roll your d20.
Ah.
As you walk past the window, you notice as you peer in that this is the tavern. Inside, as you look in, a man from inside the building, hooded and cloaked, looks up and notices you through the window. He gets a sort of mean, sort of shit-eating grin on his face, turns his face to what you could only suspect be towards other individuals inside that building. You hear a muffled sort of shout, and then they quickly disappear out of sight. All right, fellas, you all get to make another movement turn, starting with Bigsby.
I already measured it out, and I think I'm going to move, like, across the way to here, which is only 25 feet of movement. Should I roll, since that's my maximum movement speed, or do you want it to be only at 30? Do I roll? Because otherwise,
No,
I'm just never rolling stealth.
Yeah, no, it would be whatever your movement speed is, basically.
Okay, so I'll roll a
But Isaac already set it off for you. I'm sorry, Chainmail, you already set it off for everybody. So you guys just basically get a movement speed, and we'll see what happens next.
Okay, so I still moved here, and that's what I'm gonna do. Do I spot the guards coming up or whatever that chainmail activated?
Nope, not unless he says anything about what he saw. No one has come out of the tavern yet.
Okay. Who wants to move next, Janzel or
Janzel is
Lenny?
going to follow this path here, and if you'll allow it, I'd actually like to make an active stealth check just to see if what potentially happens. He's still paranoid as all get out from his own thing, so he's likely going to try and stick to the shadows legitimately. So I'd like to make a stealth check if I could.
Yeah, go for it. I'm gonna say that you're gonna need to pass a 15 to stay hidden in the shadows here.
No advantage or anything, just a regular roll.
Yeah, just give me a regular roll for stealth.
Crit fail. Or no, I got a +1. Never mind, I misread that. So 14.
14. All right, so you're relatively well hidden, though if anybody was to come out of the front of this building, you
Right
would
here.
be essentially in the line of sight. So you would be ineffectively not hidden in the shadows.
Yeah.
But thanks for trying.
Did you need me to roll, Taylor, or no?
No, one of you already tripped off the counter, so we just need Lenny Koggins to make his last move before we head to the top.
I'm going to stay put this turn still, since I'm still fairly close to him.
All right, very good. So Sedrath, again, you saw these figures dart out of sight from inside this building. Then, just near Lenny, a door bursts open, and out comes pouring a couple of Syndicate thugs who are surprised to be
Oh.
greeted by the goblin just outside the door. They look at the goblin. The one to the left here, he notices. Let me see. He notices our small-statured noble there. He sort of looks at him. Give me a. Let me see. Give me just a straight D20 roll, Jake.
Okay.
So he doesn't quite notice who you are. He kind of looks at you and sort of gives you a
You
raised.
have my hood up.
Yeah, he gives you a raised eyebrow, and he points at you and says, "You there! Come over here. I've got something for you." The other guard by the goblin looks kind of taken aback by the steel guardian that is standing just behind him. He says, "You two, just stay where you're at. Stay where you're at, and don't move." You see him look back into the building and whistle, kind of calling out for backup, whoever may else be inside of the building.
I'm gonna respond with, "You there! Stay where you are!" And I do this with my finger, firebolt him.
Oof.
Fuck that.
All right, I will allow the opportunity attack. Let's see.
That'd be
So
a
a
12 to hit.
A 12 to hit. Let me see here. Let me pull up his sheet. A 12 does hit. So the firebolt launches straight out of the tip of your finger, and it impacts right in his face. Just this burst of fire, singeing his mask and his hood. You see, sort of, trying to quickly put out the embers as his hood starts to catch fire, and he takes three damage. All right, give me just a second. Whoops, I need to add their health, so bear with me here. Okay. Probably. Oh, I can't. Dang it. All right. Oh, that not work. There we go. Okay. Let's see. How much damage did you do? 3 damage. All right. Okay, so he was surprised by the burst of fire. However, he wasn't, badly injured by it. More of a surprise, but he's definitely pissed now. He looks and he says, "All right, you're gonna be paying for that." And with that, everyone, roll initiative. Let me see. We are going to do the turn order feature and roll 20. So everybody, I believe on your character sheet, if you click on the initiative, it should add you to...
Yeah, it didn't. I clicked initiative, but it didn't add me in there. Hold on. I'll just roll again.
Okay, Janzel's in there.
How'd you get
You
your...
actually
Yeah.
you have to actively click the word initiative on your character sheet.
That's what I'm doing.
Do I click it too, or?
Yeah,
I-
you'll...
Oh,
no, I-
wait, I think I know.
Oh, there you
that-
go.
There it goes. You have to use the cursor, select your character, then click initiative.
Yes. I forgot that part because
Yeah.
my character selected. Sorry about that.
So you click on your token and then click initiative.
Yeah, you have to have your token selected, then click initiative on your character sheet.
Oh. Only one worse. I'll take it.
You got it, Kyle.
I already rolled.
You're not in the list though, so you gotta select your cursor, click on your character, then click initiative.
Make sure you've got your character token selected, then roll it.
I thought I did. I had my character sheet open and I clicked initiative.
But you
Oh,
have to
you
have
gotta
your token
character
selected
on the
map.
battle map.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just like tap on your guy and then click initiative. I know it's kind of a pain.
Yeah, we'll get used to it. We'll figure it out here.
I'm
Man.
not seeing anything when I click on the token on the map.
You just
Oh,
click on the token
You
and
just
then you
click
click
it to select them,
in
and
your.
you go back to your character sheet, and then hit initiative.
I think I
I
could
find it
roll
easier
for
to
you.
have the character sheet open as a separate
Window.
item. Yeah.
Did that work, or is it going through?
There he is. I think.
I did it for you there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
16 solid.
Better than the one.
All right, now let's see if I can get ascending order. Oh, that's descending, but no. There we go. Okay. So at the top of the turn order, we have Janzel Darkbane, who is currently attempting to hide near the corner of the south building. What do you do?
Team stealth shall not be on our side this evening. We shall do what we must to flee this city. And he will take a 5-foot step around the corner, turning to face the attackers, and hurl his Fury of Angels.
That sounds cool.
Fury of Angels, a beam of crackling energy streaks toward a creature within range, makes a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, the target takes 1d10 force damage. At higher levels, the spell creates more than one beam when you reach higher levels. 2 beams at 5th level, 3 at 11th, and 4 beams at 17th. You can direct the beams at the same target or different ones. Makes a separate attack roll for each beam. So you
And
are casting it at max level, is that correct?
Which, as a cantrip, is 1st level. Because it hasn't become 5th level yet, so it's only a cantrip.
Okay, so
it
it's...
doesn't. But because of the mechanics of warlocks, it asks me to insert what my maximum level is currently. So for cantrips, I just put 1. That's why it says evocation 1 underneath it.
Okay, yeah, that's perfect. So it's just going to
So
be
Okay.
one
A
attack, right?
single attack against him. It will have plus my charisma modifier. Ba-boom!
Oh,
First at 20.
Oh, nice.
crit happens.
And because of my warlock eldritch invocation, the Light of Celestia, I add my charisma modifier to damage on hits I deal. So I automatically do you do maximum doubled, or do I just roll 2 of the same dice?
We'll just double.
So I do 23 damage.
23. Hold on a second. Is this your damage here, the 23?
No, that was his roll to hit.
That was
Yeah.
my
You
roll
have
to
to roll
hit.
your damage.
Typically in 5th edition, a critical hit automatically does maximum damage. So with this spell, it would be 10 doubled, would be 20 plus my charisma modifier of 3 for 23 damage.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, so it would be 23 damage. Very
And
good.
I just ironically happened to get a 23
good.
on my attack as well.
Good to
Yeah.
know. Good to know.
Yeah, that's what threw me off there for a second. All
I've
right.
always done rolling the damage and then just doubling what you roll. That's what the crit is. But I've never heard of it doing that way.
Yeah, that's how I typically do it, is double the rolled damage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's ultimately up
Yeah.
to our buddy here.
We'll do it this way. I like this way because there's a lot less math you have to do. You know?
yeah.
All right.
Actually,
like it that way.
It looks like the book does say it doubles the number of dice.
Oh,
So I would have rolled 2d10, added them together like normal. But if we're running with it, just doubling the single die, then that will do that.
Would you guys rather roll, or do you want to just take the max amount doubled?
I like the whole maximum damage times 2. That's kind of cool. Makes it more epic when you hit a nat 20.
Yeah, because you don't want to crit and then like roll real low and be like, kind
Roll a 1 and do 2 damage. Cool. Neato.
yeah. At least for this session, we'll go ahead and whoops. We
We'll
will
try it this
do.
Oh yeah, 23 damage then.
All right. So, explain to us what happens. Explain to us what your companions see as you launch this Fury of Angels at this target. What does it look like?
A beam of energy similar to Bigsby's firebolt, but it has a brighter white brighter white to the color. It would actually pass inches above Bigsby's head, but deal
Yeah.
absolutely no damage to him.
I feel it whiz by.
And for the instant that it is over top of his head, his entire vision goes white. Almost like if you're too close to a lightning bolt when it strikes and everything just goes
Flashbanged me.
white.
Good job.
Basically,
Yeah, nice.
flashbang without the noise. It's literally just an instant. It's not a total blinding effect.
Yeah.
Since it's Fury of Angels, instead of like crackling like energy, you hear like
Angelic singing.
ho.
Operatic.
Bigsby thought he just
The
died.
operatic
He thought
come
he
in.
was seeing the light. He was seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, hearing the angels calling him home.
No, that poor schmuck probably is after a 23 though.
Yeah, so you hit him with the beam of this sort of radiant holy energy, and it just bursts on impact. You see this light, this big flashbang, sort of emanate off his body. You see smoke and sizzles. He sort of drops to his knees for a second, and his body, you see him just sort of struggling to catch his breath. He's not dead, but he is very, very hurt. And with that, Mr. Lenny Koggins, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna run up and stab him in his throat with my dagger.
Yes.
All right, so let's see. You are currently right up against another individual, so you're going to have to move 5 feet to stab the guy that is down, but you would be susceptible to an opportunity strike. I believe.
Opportunity strike?
Yeah, the thug that is just to above you, to the north of you, yeah, he will get an opportunity strike on you if you move out of or move away, basically.
Two, you got that returning weapon on your dagger, so I don't want to tell you what to do, bud, but you don't really.
Oh yeah.
He wouldn't be leaving the crossbowman's threatened area, so I don't think he would get an opportunity attack unless he moved out of his threat area. So unless he moves out of that 5-foot space around him, I don't think he would get that opportunity attack.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, that's fair. So like we'll say that the 5 feet in any direction around is the threat area then, so he wouldn't technically
Yeah,
be...
typically it is, unless a larger creature would have a wider threat area, like a giant would have a 10-foot space, and then a larger creature would have a 15, etc., etc.
Okay. Very good. I'll allow it. So, yeah, I'll allow you to sort of walk over or walk up to him there, just a few steps away from you. And how do you attempt to strike this weakened foe?
How do you do what? Sorry, you cut out.
Yeah, you cut out. Sorry.
Oh yeah. How do you attempt to strike this weakened foe?
I'll pull out my dagger from my side and ram it into his throat.
All right. So roll to hit.
Love it.
All right. How do I do that? Just...
To roll to hit, I believe you pull up your character sheet.
Okay.
Let's see, Lenny Koggins here.
It should be underneath your where you see your hit dice and death saves. It should have like the name of your weapons up in there.
Yes, you would click on the dagger.
Yeah.
Ooh, an 8 does not hit. So you sort of
Wait, is his infused weapons, are they already there? Or are you gonna make him like sit and infuse them during a downtime?
yeah, he would have to infuse them.
Oh, okay. Then carry forth.
You guys are on the run right now. You ain't no time for that.
Well, I didn't know if he already came into the game. That's
No, we'll make him do it when he's got time. But yeah, you only rolled a 4, unfortunately. So you go to draw your blade and you sort of fumble with it, sort of slightly staggered by the blast that just occurred right in front of you. Sort of having that sort of blinded vision, you manage to drop your dagger and you go to reach to pick it up, and in that time you've spent your turn. Next would be your mechanical friend. What would you have him do?
I'm gonna have him attack the crossbowman right there.
All right, let me pull up Rob Goblin's sheet real quick, and I will show you what you can do. So you can, let's see, so you have 2 actions: Force Empowered Rend, which is a melee attack, or Repair. So I imagine you want to just have him use his Force Empowered Rend attack.
Yes.
All right. Ooh, and unfortunately, he only rolled an 8.
Jeez.
Yeah, so he was unable. He goes to, take a swing at the crossbowman, and he's agile enough to dip out of the way just in time for him to force his fist right into the side of the building, creating a small fist-sized hole right where the crossbowman's head was. And that is your turn. Now it is Bigsby's turn.
okay. So that dude here is very injured, right?
Yeah, he's very hurt.
All right, let me see here. What is? Oh, okay. So I'm gonna move. Boop. No. Yeah, maybe. If I move here... Lenny is really in the danger zone here. Okay, I'm going to move this way and just attempt to firebolt that crossbowman again. That's all I can really do without injuring Lenny.
All right, it hits.
Another D10 for... Right? Is it D10? Let me check. Yeah, D10. 3. 3s all day.
Nice. You're really handing it to these guys. They're Bigsby.
And so I run up like 5 or 10 feet and just be like, "Fuck off!" And then just.
So that crossbowman, he after ducking to avoid the fist of the mechanical goblin, as soon as he raises up his head to get his vision back on the battlefield in front of him, he's met with a firebolt right in the face. And same thing that happened to his companion happens to him, where his hood starts to singe, his eyebrows are completely wiped out.
Also imagine that the 3 damage isn't even from the firebolt, it's more like staggering back, hitting his head against the...
Yeah. Yeah. Not exactly what I would say an effective attack, but he's definitely pissed off now.
And then let's see, how much did I move? That was 10 feet. I could maybe just yeah, that'd be 25. I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm just running that way for the rest of my movement, and that'll be my turn.
Nice. All right, now it is the.
I'm not getting in the middle of the fray.
It is the crossbowman thug's turn. to make an attack. And he, after taking a fireball to the face, sees that the perpetrator has sort of scurried away. But there is, however, a goblin that was just fumbling around with the dagger. He sees him as sort of a easy opportunity. So he is going to attack the goblin with the mace that he has as his sidearm. Ooh. Does 15 hit there, Lenny?
On your core page, look at armor class.
Yeah, 13.
All right, so he hits and does 5 bludgeoning damage. So he takes that mace in one hand, crossbow slung to his side, lifts that mace overhead, and is able to smack you right in the back with it.
Your microphone keeps cutting out.
Mine does?
Yeah, constantly.
Like a lot.
Oh, really?
Sorry.
That's all right. That's not good. Let's see.
You might want to just swap to your headset one.
Yeah, let me... Quick break. Let me go ahead and make the adjustment here. How's that? Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Alright, good deal. Might be a little bit quieter on the stream here, but it's okay. We'll make do. Alright, so Lenny, you got smacked in the back by the crossbowman with the mace. He went ahead and nailed you, the overhead strike right in the back. And you take 5 damage. So go ahead and put that into your life. Or your hit points, I'm sorry.
Hit points.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Alright, now I got 23 hit points.
Alright, perfect. After that, Sedrath, it is your turn.
Alright, so hearing the commotion come from where he just was, he kind of rolls his eyes, not at the fact that they're fighting, more at the fact that he wasn't the one who got to throw the first punch. So he's going to move. He's going to turn around, come back over here. Now, which one of these guys looks the least hurt?
The least hurt would be the crossbowman.
Alright,
One
so
in the
he...
back.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
The one in the back, yeah. Behind
Yeah,
the
the
goblin.
one, yeah.
Alright, so he sees him looking kind of pretty messed up, but he catches the last bit of the mace hitting the goblin, and he just thinks to himself, well, that's just not fair. So what he is going to do is going to lift up a finger and point at the crossbowman, and he's going to use guiding bolt.
Ooh,
Ooh,
guiding bolts.
yeah.
Let's see if that will work. There we go.
A flash of light streaks toward a creature of your choice within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On hit, the target takes 4d6 radiant damage, and the next attack roll made against this target before the end of your next turn has advantage.
Alright, so let's see if I know how to do this. So it just be d20 plus 5. 11?
Well, wouldn't you click on the spell? Doesn't the spell allow you to?
Yeah, I had my character sheet was blocking input value, so I'll cast that at level 1. Okay, it posted it twice. Okay.
Okay, yeah. We'll just have to take the 6 plus the, what was it, 6 plus what now?
6 plus 5.
So 11.
11? Okay. I believe that hits.
Yes.
Whee!
Yes, it does, just barely.
Whew.
Describe
Alright,
describe what happens as you cast this guiding bolt.
So as he points his finger out and points at the crossbowman, you see a bright white light flash from his fingertip and strike the crossbowman in the chest, and he feels the heat of radiant might, and you see him start to glow
Ooh, very
and
nice.
naturally draw your eyes towards him. And until, let's see. Say any hit before the end of my next turn will have advantage to hit him.
Oh,
Any
that helps.
hit before the end of your next turn, so everybody gets an advantage on this guy.
Just one. Yeah, just one
Oh, just
until
one.
one hits.
Okay, got you.
So everyone has advantage until he gets hit, and he took a total of 10 damage.
Perfect.
Sick.
You see him as this radiant energy explodes on impact. Him sort of wince in agony, in pain, and he looks and appears to be bloodied. Next up is the mace wielding thug. He is going to sort of regain just a smidge of composure, long enough to make a fledgling attack at Lenny, who is just right next to him there.
Poor Lenny.
Poor Lenny, he's getting smacked around with these maces. Let's see.
Jumped.
But I suffered enough.
Have I suffered enough?
15 hits.
My suffering ends never ends.
Like I'm used to it. 6 damage as he is able to connect. Hits you square in the chest this time with the mace. So go ahead and deduct 6 bludgeoning damage from your hit points.
Alright, I'm at 17 now.
Alright, now we are back up to the top of the order with Janzel Darkbane. What do you do?
I look at the mace wielding thug after that swing against my comrade there, and I simply say, you know, I ch- if a mind flayer attacked you right now, he would starve to death.
Ooh, what an insult. He's brainless.
Vicious mockery.
Ooh.
So he needs to make a wisdom saving throw or take 1d4 psychic damage and disadvantage on his next attack roll.
Ooh, very nice. He does not have much wisdom.
Ooh.
Does 14 beat? Does it? It does.
My DC is 13. Yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh.
so
So no
he,
damage.
so he doesn't
He
even
doesn't
hear
know
you.
what a monster is.
What are you saying? To hell with you then.
I'm saying that if you gave me your mace, I could hit myself better than you could hit me.
What? I can't hear you. All right, so your attempt to have to viciously mock this thug fails. He's wise enough to pass the spell save DC. Unfortunately, is there anything else you wish to do on your turn?
I will move into a more advantageous place.
Right behind Bigsby. Take
Using
cover.
this corner of the building as partial cover.
Perfect. All right.
And that will end my turn.
Very nice. And with that, Lenny, it is your turn.
All right. Since I am, badly bloody and beaten, I think I'm gonna try to use my nimble escape to crawl away to safety.
All right, go ahead and click on that, link that in the description, and we'll see if you're successful.
Okay.
That's
Ooh,
a bonus action because
Oh, yeah.
so you could
Yeah, doesn't even count
still
as
use
an
an
okay.
attack
action.
Okay.
and then disengage.
Okay. So, all right. Let me see. Hold on.
Remember, you got spells too, bud.
Yeah, I'm looking right now, buddy. Just see what's going on here. Do I have that return weapon yet, or is it you said it's an arcane magic, or?
You gotta imbue your things after when we
Okay.
have downtime.
Can I still
Okay.
throw my dagger at it, and even though like it doesn't return to me?
Yeah, you just have to retrieve it.
You'd have to manually pick it up at
You
the end of
you
the
are
combat.
close enough to just continue to stab them. You don't have to throw.
Okay, yeah. All right, then I'm just gonna, while laying on the ground, reach over, grab my dagger, and continue to attempt to stab him in the throat.
Nice. Go ahead and roll for attack.
I think your dex, you don't have a high enough dex, so you don't have to worry about adding anything.
Yeah. Where was the attack button at again?
Just click on the dagger in your sheet, and it should roll for it.
Oh, okay.
Wow, low rolls. A 7. That does not hit.
It's actually a 3 because right now I thought he was coming into the game with his infused items already, kind of like a backstory thing. Because if his items were magical, he would add his intelligence rather than dex. So really, he rolled a 3.
Oh, so he doesn't have the nimble
Plus
fingers. He goes to pick up his dagger, and he seems to be fumbling around with it, and
He's still blinded from that angel
still-
thing or whatever.
Poor
No,
guy's-
wait, it was the angel thing and the guiding bolt right over Lenny's head. My boy can't see shit.
He's
And
blind.
he's got night vision too, so that's probably worse.
Ooh,
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's extra sensitive. Oh,
Yeah.
Nice.
a terrible twofer.
But good news is you still have Rob. So what does Rob do in this instance?
Now
What the hell?
he has made his attack action, so Lenny can use disengage as a bonus.
yes.
And
Now you
go
can
ahead and
disengage and move away though,
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
you end your turn.
to get yourself out of harm's way.
Okay, so just click that again, or
No,
what
it's
do I do?
just, you can use your disengage or hide
You
action.
can just go
You
wherever you
simply
want
just
to.
move
Now
away.
you can just move
And he
away
won't
without.
he won't get an attack of opportunity against you as he normally
Yeah.
would if you weren't using your nimble escape power.
Yeah.
I'm gonna crawl away behind the safety of Rob Goblin.
Nice.
Okay.
Hide me, big man.
What does Rob do now?
Now Rob's gonna go forward and he's gonna smash the head in on that guy on the ground.
Ooh, nice. All right. Let's see, Rob. He is going to force empower Rend.
Get a nat 20. Oh,
Ooh.
Nice.
The 22.
fucking go.
And he does 7 force damage to this guy. So he
Ooh.
basically grabs his head and will smash it into the wall. And as he does that, it sort of dazes the crossbowman for a second. He sort of reaches back and grabs the back of his head and sees that, he's cracked his skull. He's definitely bleeding, and he is now in quite a bit of pain. Next up, we have Bigsby. What do you do, Bigsby?
Hold on. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna move. Hold on. See how much movement I could do. Yeah, I'll move like 20 feet that way. Yeah, right there. I'm trying to read suggestion. does it work on people who are like combative against us already? Fuck it, they're already beaten up. It wouldn't pass. I'm just gonna Bigsby's out of the way. I am gonna Burning Hands. Cast Burning Hands as a first level spell.
15-foot cone. Are you going to attempt to?
Yeah, so it'd be
Yeah,
like that much of a cone, and then there you go.
You gonna try
That
to
much
get
of a
both
cone.
of them? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, try to get both.
Go for
Is
it.
there a cone thing like a? No,
I don't think so, but 15
it would
feet.
get both of them.
That's 15 feet anyway. That's 10, 15 feet.
Oh yeah, it's enough to get both of them.
As you hold your hands out with thumbs touching and fingers spread, a thin sheet of flame shoots forth from your outstretched fingertips. Each creature in a 15-foot cone must make a dexterity saving throw. A creature takes 3d6 fire damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. All right. Well, let's see here. The Syndicate Thug. He's got a +0. And he is able to pass the save, but he takes half damage. So go ahead and
9.
roll the damage.
It already rolled the thing.
Oh, it was 9. Okay.
Yeah, it was 9.
So half of that rounded up would be
4? No, 3.
Wow.
You always round down. So if
4.
If it's 3.5, you would round it down to 3. If it was 4.5, you'd round down to 4.
So 4. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, 4 damage. And then what about the other guy? They each have to make a dex.
Right. He has to make a dex save too, and that.
Actually, rounded down would make it to 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we all said. 4. And that also beats it. So they both take 4. But I'm going to go ahead and use one of my sorcery points, which I think I have 2 of them at level 3. I'd have to double check the table. But I'm just going to cast it again, Burning Hands. And they each have to do another dex save.
Well, the one is dead already.
I did quicken spell, turned it into a bonus action, and I was just like, fuck, the first one didn't work. There's another one. Same location.
Yeah, so your first guy he's dead.
Oh. Well, I want to finish off the second guy.
So that guy right there, he is toast. And the crossbowman.
Incinerated. 6 does not pass because I have a spell save of 12.
Oops. All right.
So he takes 10.
So he'll take 10 damage. And he is dead. Good job, Bigsby.
Now, ladies, that's how it's done. As Bigsby just kind of like
come in and take all the credits. All right. So
glad to see that a couple of you are useful, though. Let's carry on.
These men may hunt us at the bidding of their masters, but they do not deserve to die by our hands.
They deserve everything they have coming to them.
This is true, but the Fates do not. I believe the Fates do not will that they die this evening by our hands. And Janzel casts Spare the Dying on both of them, just so they stabilize. What happens to them after that is up to fate.
So there's these two, burnt corpses who all of a sudden start to, cough and gasp for air.
They're not necessarily completely dead. They're just mostly dead.
Just mostly dead. They're,
yeah. Are they gonna survive? It would take a miracle.
Yeah. So, good on you guys. You have successfully beaten 2 thugs in a street fight brawl. And with that, we will end the random encounter, so you are free to try to find your escape into the dungeon. Or, I'm sorry, not the dungeon, the the sewers under the city.
If we're out of turn order, Janzel will go ahead and move to here, and I guess have to make another roll, or are we not gonna have another encounter?
Nope, we're not going to have another encounter for this portion of the scene. So
Okay.
you guys are
then
free to
he'll
try
move.
to find your way
He'll
through.
move to here and then turn back and look at the person who's leading us. This is about as far as he got. So Janzel moves to here and then turns back to him. Well, are we going?
Sedrath, you are the leader of the party. You must take your companions to the escape rendezvous point.
You must
That's
gather
it.
your party before venturing forth.
Alright, so I kind of each individually, I look at everyone individually, and you hear a voice in your head say, "Well, right, follow me." And you see he points to himself, kind of just like making sure that everyone knows that's him talking to him. And he just kind of waves forward, like, "Come on." And you see him start to lead where he knows where to go.
All right, and does everyone follow suit?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, before Bigsby follows suit, he's just gonna, take a dagger and stab each of those dudes, and then carry forth, just right in the throat. Just,
He's like,
shut up!
he's like, the fuck was that guy thinking? Stab, stab.
Yeah,
Well,
he just goes up and he looks kind of over at at Janzel, and he's just like, stab.
who's not paying attention, so he doesn't see it happen.
So I guess they did die by these hands tonight.
They didn't die by Janzel's hand.
Yeah,
So
that's fair enough. All right, so Sedrath, you do recognize where you're at, and you do. I'm going to give you guys some more vision here. You do know that this gate leading to the alleyway just up ahead is the alleyway that Viserys was talking about being the location of the sewer entrance that will get you guys into the sewers to find the rendezvous point.
All right. So as I'm leading him towards this gate, I look inside these shops, and do I see anything interesting about these shops or what they are?
Well, the building with the dark roof on it that the thugs came out of was a tavern. With a quick glance in there, you see that it was completely ransacked. Everything's thrown out of the shelves. Tables and chairs are busted up. The other building doesn't have any windows right there where your party is. So, but you know from being around town that is a merchant that also lives in there. You know that there's also several other families that sort of live in that building. There's a little shop, sort of like a general store there as well.
All right. Well, after looking into the tavern and seeing that there's no drink left on the bar on the shelves, he lets out a disappointed sigh. Just right then. All right, you lot, come with me. We all we have to do is just go down this alley, and we'll be one step closer to being out of this bloody city.
the fence that is here, at least on the map, do we have to take that down, or is there a small gate that's just not apparent that we can get through?
Yeah, no, that's just what you see as you walk up to the alleyway is a gate that has a chain that's wrapped around, attaching the gate or affixing the gate, effectively holding it closed to the side of the building. And there was a lock that was on it. However, that lock has been busted open and is now laying on the ground just beside it. So the gate is effectively able to be opened.
So Sedrath bends down, picks up the lock, and goes, "Well, I certainly didn't do this. Best be on your toes." And then he will push open the gate, like kind of quietly. He doesn't just like kick it down, but he does push the gate.
All right, so you go ahead to push the gate open. You hear it sort of creak.
Janzel will move to here, and I'd like to stealth again if I could.
Yeah, go ahead. Roll for a stealth.
Oof.
Go ahead and roll. Roll again. We'll say with advantage since you're in the alleyway. I mean, there's not really it's a dark alley. There's no light or anything, so you would essentially be hidden.
Off 20 if I'm rolling technically with advantage.
Yeah, so you're effectively hidden in the shadow, as most of you are going to be as you enter the alleyway. So Sedrath, as you are walking up ahead, you see some crates that are stacked up on the side of the building. And if you hadn't known better, you would have just walked right past the entrance to the sewer. However, you know your way around the area, you know your way around the sewers under the city, and you're able to easily spot the entrance. The grate that is left just slightly jarred open.
All right, now would he know that if it's normally kind of somewhat open, or would it normally be flat and closed?
Go ahead and roll. Let me see. What would be a good check for that? Be sort of your intuition, but what can we roll?
Like
for
insight?
Yeah, you can roll an insight check. Yeah, that sounds good. Do an insight.
I don't know, Jack.
You're like, smugglers go through this all the time. Probably just another smuggler trying to get out of the city. Hopefully your boat's still there and some other smuggler didn't take it and get out.
He'd have a surprise waiting for him on that boat.
All right, guys. So, are you guys ready to enter the sewer?
Janzel shifts up to here and basically keeps an eye on the back alley where they don't know where anything could potentially be coming from while everybody else goes down. And he'll go down just before the last. He'll basically bring up the tail end of the party.
Oh, okay.
Very nice.
So you go down after me and Lenny go? So we have tiny legs, so we're struggling to keep up.
Yeah,
it's okay.
He's keeping an eye on that back alley.
Yeah, well, we're not really in sort of a combat situation. You guys all sort of travel at the same pace.
Well, that's more of
We should have Tin Man here to carry us.
Yeah, one of you on each arm. Yeah, that'd be great.
Get a little baby Bjorn for the front and the back.
Very nice.
That's the only way to travel.
Yeah, there you go. All right, guys. So now we will start the descent into the sewer. We're actually going to take a quick 5-minute break. We'll head into a little intermission. If you guys need to use the restroom or get something to drink, I know I got to get something to drink. And then we will continue our adventure. Since we're trying to keep this to a 2-hour sort of time frame, I'm going to sort of abbreviate the travel through the sewer, since Sedrath, knows his way. He knows the path where we need to go. So once we come back, we'll sort of briefly make our way through that adventure, and then we'll take off from there. So, guys, feel free to take a 5-minute break. Meet us back here, and then we'll conclude our session after that.
All right.
All right, welcome back everybody from break. All right, so where we left off before break was the party has entered the Waterdeep sewers, led by Sedrath, who knows his way through these sewers. He's been through lots of times in his pirate days, smuggling, fencing stolen items. And in this time, you guys have been traveling for about an hour, long enough for Lenny to imbue his daggers. There's a 1 hour cast time on that spell, so he imbues them with his magical energy. You guys have walked, and it's been quite quiet in the sewers. The water, the sort of waste has been flowing through. It's just a very quiet and eerie travel down there. There are torches ever, 20 or 30 feet or so that somehow seem to stay lit as you guys travel down there. You can tell that there hasn't been too much traffic through there. With the Syndicate rising up from the underbelly of the city, the Smuggler's Pass has been kind of quiet because everyone's been in the city, raiding and razing the buildings. So as you approach, let's go ahead. We're gonna switch over to the Roll20 scene here, so you guys can see what's going on. All right. So as you approach this canal, there's a little path, a little bridge that takes you across the canal here. And Sedrath, you do know that this is the direction to the ravine where your ship is going to be stored, and you know this pass to be called Smuggler's Pass.
How much longer, Sedrath? I do wish to leave the city sooner rather than later.
You and me both. This smells like ass down here. Decades of ruling this damn city. Never been down here in the sewers. Believe it or not.
You'd
I
be
wouldn't be
surprised what you
dead
see
down here.
You'd be surprised what you see down here, and the smell doesn't get any better. Don't worry. We have just a little ways to go, and then we'll be right there on my ship, sailing out of this god's forsaken place. And then I will I'll just normally move forward. I know this place enough that I wouldn't be too overly cautious.
All right, as you step across the creaky little bridge over the canal there, you approach a stone, crudely fashioned door that seems to have been left slightly ajar.
Now, would this be a normal thing? Like, are people polite down here where they always close the door, or would this kind of be like it's always just kind of left as it was from the last person going through?
Roll an intuition, and I'll tell you what you think.
Ooh, come on, dice, don't mess me up now. Oh, wait, hold on. Take me a little bit. There you go.
A 10? You would know that most of the time this door would be shut. So the fact that it is left slightly ajar would be mildly interesting. You would take note of it.
All right, so as he walks up to the door and pushes it, noticing it's usually not like this, he turns back to his group and tells them, "Now, see, I'd say again, keep on your toes. This door is usually closed, so whoever went through here last is either gonna have a knife with our name on it, or it's just really rude."
Really rude.
And then he cautiously pushes it open, trying to peer down the hall if he sees anybody or anything that's out of place.
All right, you peer down the hall, and to your delight, you see your ship waiting in the ravine for you.
Ah, well, good news is there's nothing down here, at least in this hallway, and I can see the ship. So hopefully the crew is still alive and can get us out of here. And then he starts making his way down the hall.
The crew was not alive.
All right, you all follow suit.
Hey, yo, Lenny, you coming?
So I lead him through the hallway to see the ship in all of its grand glory.
All right, as you pass through the hallway, you see the normal things that you would see in a sort of smuggler's hideout. To your right, you see card tables. You see some dishes, beverages, cups and mugs still on the table, but you don't see your crew. It doesn't appear that anyone is home.
You would think, Sedrath, that they would have the ship at the ready. That it wouldn't necessarily be this, how shall I say, lack of preparedness.
Well, I would admit, usually they'd have drinks and song playing as they're setting the ship up. So, either something is either very right and they're all betting someone down in the lower decks, or they're gone missing. So I'll go ahead and go.
So
up.
is this the boat that takes us to the other boat, or is this it? This is all. This is the boat. This is it. Shame.
So, out of character, is this like a small dinghy, or is this the ship?
This is the ship. This is not your main ship that you've always used. This is just the sloop that you happen to have on hand at the time. It's the vessel that can make it in and out of the city. You would, in theory, have a bigger ship waiting for you outside of the city.
Okay, so it's the compact, not the minivan.
Yeah, this is the the Honda Civic.
While Janzel may not be privy to the workings
Sensible
of
sedan.
the underground, he still realizes when there is something amiss. I'd like to make an investigation check to see if I can figure out if something is wrong or if they're just unusually quiet.
Okay, go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Oh, no, everything's fine. This is completely normal.
Nothing to see here. All right. As
Perhaps a suspicious tankard of ale, that's about it.
yeah, so as you're sort of investigating and Sedrath is inspecting the ship, you hear a low cackle coming from the other side of the cavern. You hear a
Over here or on the far side of the ship?
far side of the ship. Yeah, far side of the ship. You hear a ha 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 ha.
How is this a laugh I would recognize?
Yes. You
Ooh.
would recognize Nalia. And
Would I
so,
recognize?
yes, you all, except for Janzel, you don't have a lot of experience dealing with the Syndicate, so you would not recognize her voice or recognize her at all. But Lenny definitely does. This is his former boss, the one that he had stabbed in the back, literally and figuratively. This is someone who is, she's sort of a mini boss. She's the face to face. She's not the leader, the high up in the Syndicate, but she's the one that deals with the day-to-day sort of inner workings of the Syndicate. So all of you but Janzel would recognize her. Her name is Nalia. She is a tiefling. And out of the shadows from the side of the ship, the back of the ship, Bigsby sees another familiar face. You see your former servant, Viserys. He walks up.
Nice to see you again, service or whatever. What was his name? Sorry.
Viserys.
Viserys.
Yeah, he cares so little for the assistants.
Yeah, just like Varys.
Whatever your name is.
You, I don't care. Glad to see that you speak out of both sides of your mouth, though. Helping me with this crew and now backstabbing me.
So Nalia looks over to Viserys and she looks at the group and she says, "Great job, Viserys. Excellent work. Bringing all of them to me all at once. I shall make quick work of them and then report back to my master with their heads."
See about that.
Viserys looks over to you and he sort of gives you sort of a swarmy attitude, and he says, "See, this is what you get. I hope you all die, you filthy scum. Now I will be the one that gets paid by the Syndicate. I will get to replace you. I will be finally, after all the years of washing your feet and doing all your dirty work, I'll get to be the one that sits high atop Waterdeep."
Before he finishes even his sentence, can I peg him with a firebolt?
Yeah, sure. I'll give you an opportunity attack.
Okay. Should I roll that again or no?
Oh, did you roll it already? Fireball?
Yeah.
No, we'll go with that. You try to get off a firebolt real quick, and let me just double check his.
I think it's an 8.
I'm pretty sure that yeah. So the fireball whizzes right past his face, and he looks at you and he says, "You cheap son of a dog. I hope you rot in hell." And everyone, go ahead and roll initiative.
Ooh.
Oh, hold on a second. Okay, go ahead now. Had to clear the turn order.
Boop.
Now, do I know do we know the guy standing to her right?
He's just you just recognize him as a thug.
Ah, so he's just a lowly thug.
Yeah. Let me get these guys. All right, let's see. So who we still got? So these two. Viserys is not going to be attacking. He's just an assistant. Just a common human.
Is he going to give the help actions and stuff?
No, he's going to go hide in a corner.
Like a proper bitch.
All Lenny, you need a turn. I'm going to pull up your character sheet and roll you initiative.
Damn.
Is that everybody? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. All right. So up first is Bigsby.
Nice. I'm gonna step diagonally like this. Boop. And I'm trying to get so that they both. Fuck. I might have to move forward here. Oh, but then would he? No, he wouldn't get an opportunity attack. So, okay, that should do. This is a 30-foot line, 5 feet wide. I'm gonna cast Agonazar's Scorcher.
Oh, God.
Cast at level 2. Bada bing. So it's 30-foot line, 5 feet wide, and they have to make a dex save or take 3d8 fire damage.
All right. Dex save. Let's see. So half as much on a failed.
Yeah, half as much on a fail.
All right. Let's get these sheets out.
So I run forward and I'm just like, and I'll see you burn! And this caused the line of fire.
All right. So Nalia's dex save. And the Syndicate. Whoops. The Thug. Crossbowman. His dex save.
Okay, failed. Failed.
All right. So go ahead and roll damage for them.
Oh, I was trying to hit the Viscera too. It's a 30 line, right? Or
Oh, yeah, you can hit him too. Let me, I do have a sheet for him, but he's got like 8 HP, so...
like that. Oh, okay. They all get hit. Sick. 3d8. Fucking A, baby. They all take 18 damage.
Oof. So, right?
I'll just yell out, and I'll see you burn with the rest of this city for what you have done.
Oof, okay, so Viserys, he's the first one to just catch on fire and sort of just, you see his flesh just burn away as the searing flames roll over him, essentially, burning him to a crisp. And, however, the Infernal here, who I believe, I might have to actually do...
Fire resistant?
Yeah, I do believe that she has fire resistance, being an Infernal. The other human thug does not. He takes the full damage. I believe it's half damage if it's
Yeah,
fire
so it'd be
resistance, right?
9 damage.
Resistance is half damage, yes.
Yeah, so she'll
I think
get-
she even takes a quarter because she met the DC.
Uh,
Or is it?
Oh, yeah,
or is meeting
DC
is still
still-
over?
it's half or nothing. So if she would normally take half and she makes the DC save, she takes nothing.
Oh.
Even if she meets it, I thought if you meet it, it's still fail. Or is that succeeding?
If you make it dead on, it is considered a success.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
You would take nothing
so if
anyway.
it meets, it beats, right? Okay.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
So with her infernal ancestry, the fire and the flames just sort of roll over her, and she is unharmed. However, her clothing is starting to get scorched, but it appears to have no effect on her. However, her companion, the crossbowman, is lit ablaze, and he is doing the dance, trying to put out the flames on him, and you see that he is badly burned by the attack. And with that, it is Lenny's turn.
All right.
Do it to it, Lenny.
All right. Angered that he didn't finish the job, he runs up directly in front of her, his dagger drawn ablaze, and he casts his green flame blade and throws it directly at her face.
Ooh, you brandish the weapon used in the spell's casting and make a melee attack with it against one creature within 5 feet. On a hit, the target suffers the weapon's attack's normal effects, and you can cause green fire to leap from the target to a different creature of your choice that you can see within 5 feet of it. The second creature takes fire damage equal to your spellcasting ability modifier. Alright, so you're making a melee attack with your dagger? Is that correct?
Yeah.
And you said I get what? I use my intelligence now, and
Yes, you would add your intelligence to a d20 roll. And are you doing the returning weapon or the enhanced one? Because with the enhanced one, you actually get another +1 on top of it. So you would plus your intelligence and a +1 to your d.
enhanced weapon. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So you're not throwing it; you're just stabbing her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you can deal damage to both of them, right?
Yeah, he could. If he manages to hit the tiefling, it would deal damage to the thug too, right?
Yeah, it could jump over to the thug, and it
Yeah.
says second creature would take fire damage equal to your spellcasting ability modifier. So go ahead and roll the damage attack, or the damage, or the
Attack roll.
attack roll.
Yeah, roll your d20 and then add your intelligence and +1.
I don't even know how to do that, bud.
Well, so if you roll just
Okay,
a d20,
underneath the little ruler, there's the little d20 symbol, and then you can
Okay.
roll a d20. So it's like a table
All right.
there.
So roll 1d20 plus what?
But whatever your intelligence is, I think it's a +3, right? So essentially, you're getting +4. So just
Okay.
roll 20 and then add 4 to it.
It says my intelligence is 2, or is it
Oh,
15? Whatever is underneath. I don't know.
it's a +2, so yeah, we do 2
Okay.
yeah,
damage.
+2, and then adding 1, so +3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, crit fail. Man,
Ooh.
can't hit anything with your daggers.
Wow.
So you go up to try to attack her with this green flaming blade, and she totally sidesteps the attack. She sees it coming. She
Your
knows
mic cut
it.
out.
Yeah.
Again, are you
We didn't
serious?
catch any of that.
Okay, so so Lenny comes charging up with his green, flamey dagger and tries to stab her with it, and she easily sidesteps it. She sees it coming. She knows Lenny all too well. She laughs and mocks him at his feeble attempts to attack her.
Poor Lenny.
All right, now it is Rob's turn.
It's gonna be so epic too.
What does Rob do?
Let's see here. I'm gonna have
Hey guys, I just realized I'm not on the turn order anywhere. Like it kicked me out of the turn order when you reset it.
Oh, okay. Oh, you must have rolled before I reset it. Go ahead and
Yeah.
do you know what
It
your
was
roll
a
was?
it was a 16 if you wanted to manually add it in, which means I technically should have gone before Lenny or just after Lenny. So before the Syndicate crossbowman, but right after Lenny.
Okay. Yeah, so Rob goes directly after Lenny, and then it'll be your attack.
Okay,
We'll just keep track of it there.
will do.
So
how
Rob,
far can Rob travel?
40 feet.
40 feet.
feet. Wow. He's a big running boy.
So
Shit.
Oh
after,
boy, he's coming.
after seeing that Lenny misses the attack, Rob rushes over, right next to him, and throws a punch in her direction, hoping to also crack her skull open.
All right, let's
So-
see.
Ooh.
There you go.
Ooh,
That's a better roll.
that hits.
That's why he's my muscle.
8 damage.
Damn.
So he gives her the straight right.
He's giving her the business.
Yeah, gives her the business, and she takes it right on the chin. And you see her sort of recoil, wince with pain, but then looks at Rob, and then looks at Lenny, and wipes just a bit of blood off of her lip. And she says, "Now that's more like it. That's what I'm after. We want these, Lenny. Just give us the schematic. Give us the blueprints for these, and I'll consider letting you live."
Never.
No. How about no? All right, Janzel, it is your turn.
My entire life has been a lie, simply going through the motions day after day, not understanding exactly why I was doing what I was doing as I was doing it, until that fateful day that I was found and released from the tormented hell that I had been enduring all those years. I know not who you are, woman of hell, but I will not return to that life. And I activate my uh, racial necrotic shroud.
Ooh.
I sent you a picture of it, full tilt, if you have a way to get it into the game real quick so everybody can see what I'm activating here.
Yeah, absolutely.
I will throw the information up so everybody can read it while you do that. The Necrotic Shroud. Starting at 3rd level, I use my action to unleash divine energy within myself, causing my eyes to turn to pools of darkness, and 2 skeletal, ghostly, flightless wings sprout from my back. The instant I transform, other creatures within 10 feet of me, including you guys, have to make a charisma saving throw, DC 8 plus proficiency plus charisma modifier, or become frightened of me until the end of my next turn.
Say it.
And during my transformation, anytime I deal damage, I will deal extra necrotic damage equal to my level.
Damn.
There's my charisma save. 17.
You are steeled against my horrific form.
I mean, I'm not afraid.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
You're like,
I was like,
fuck?
cool.
You're looking up like, the fuck? That's
Bigsby's
about it.
shit, but he's not afraid of anything.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Gonna need one from Lenny Koggins and Sedrath as well.
Well, Lenny Koggins has 0 charisma, so I'm just gonna go ahead and say he's probably scared shitless right now.
Well, go ahead and make your throw, and it's a
That's
DC.
charisma.
Uh,
Under saving
so
throw
it's
on charisma, it'll roll it for you, bud.
yeah,
There you go.
8, 9, 10, 11. It's a DC 13. So yeah, he fails. So he's scared shitless of me at the moment. But yeah, he's thrown up the picture of what my necrotic shroud form looks like. He's just holding what looks like 2 motes of flame, one slightly drooping, faded angelic wing, and another completely bone skeletal wing sprout from his back. And his skin
he's
goes
like,
a pale
"Fight."
blue.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Crikey.
And before the end of my turn, I will actually use my bonus action to hex her.
All right, throw it up there. Let's read what it does.
I place a curse on her that until the spell ends, I deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage whenever I hit with any other attack. So basically, I'm going to be doing 1d6 plus 3 from my necrotic shroud form, plus
Then
whatever
use
damage I deal on my normal attack.
Nice.
You have to also choose an ability that they have disadvantage on.
Yes.
The other part of it.
She will have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Nice.
Or any checks that involve dexterity score she'll have disadvantage on.
Excellent. Very
And
good.
hypothetically, if she dies before the crossbowman dies, I can basically take a token of that spell as long as it's still active and apply it to the crossbowman.
Sick
Alright.
spell.
Very good. Very good. Now you've got basically Spawn on your side over here. All right. So that's it. That's your turn there, Janzel.
That is my turn because it took an action to activate my necrotic shroud.
Excellent. All right. Did the with your necrotic shroud, did the two enemies have to?
Yes, everyone within a 10-foot radius.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's why we had to.
All right. Let me roll them. Sorry, I was occupied.
Charisma.
trying to-
Actually, the only person who didn't have to roll was
Sedrath.
Yeah. Sedrath didn't have to roll, but yeah. So
Does Rob Goblin have to roll because he's a robot? I
as
don't
a
think
construct, I don't think he
No.
actually
Feel fear.
has to. Yeah, he literally has none because he has no.
Do
He
you
is
feel
fear.
fear, little metal man?
So they both failed. They both failed.
So they were afraid of me. So their first instinct is to move as far away from me as possible on their action, disregarding all other enemies. They will attempt to move as far away from me as possible, incurring attacks of opportunity from any other enemies.
So if they've got 30, she's gonna run over this way. She's
She'll
like,
take an attack from Kenny Loggins and Rob Goblin then.
she's like, what? In
Big
the
hit.
9 hells.
That's the first Kenny Loggins of the campaign.
Kenny, yeah, right, Kenny Loggins. Nice. Go ahead and roll your opportunity attack there.
Lenny Koggins, Kenny Loggins. Kyle,
Yeah.
Go ahead and
go ahead and
roll
make
your
your
attack.
attack for Lenny, because she's moving out of his threat range. He gets one free melee attack against her.
Okay, so move him over there and attack.
Yeah.
Or?
Just,
No, just roll
basic
the-
melee
just roll
attack
the-
as
just
she
make
moves
your-
away.
Yeah, just make your thingamajig.
Okay. Now, is
Say-
my thing still a blaze, or is it just a regular dagger again?
Just a regular dagger.
But you would
Okay.
still get that +3 or +4.
Yeah, you would
Forget
still
what it
get
was.
your
Still get your
enhancement
pluses.
bonus. You just won't get the bonus from the green flame.
Okay.
Sick. That's what I'm
Finally
talking
hit her.
about.
Nice. There's the hit.
And then throw
Yeah.
a D4 for damage.
Yeah, and then roll 1d4.
Okay.
I
Should
think
just
you
go
would
to-
be able to click on
click on
the
the
dagger name. Yeah, under your number,
Should've
go ahead and
just
just
clicked
click
on
dagger, and it'll roll your damage. Oh, wow.
Woo-wee!
And then you add the 4, so 8 damage.
Yeah, there you go. Nice, mad now.
All right. So as she's running
No, he
away,
stabbed her in the back twice.
you stabbed her in the back again.
He's exclusively good at backstabbing.
Yes, that's all I can do from now on.
All right, now Rob gets to make an opportunity attack as well.
Okay.
So he's going to try to punch her in the back of the head.
Perhaps Lenny should take a level in Rogue.
Oof, man, 23.
Damn.
6 damage. So yeah, he smacks her too as she runs by. And with that, you know, she definitely winces in pain as he smacks her in the back of the head. Then the crossbowman tries to follow suit and follow behind her. So go ahead.
Now, they won't get second attacks. There's only one opportunity attack per turn.
Yeah, it's a reaction, so you only
Yeah.
get to do it once.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Only special class abilities can grant extra reactions.
But
Would I get
is he not in Bigsby's?
Yeah,
I would
Bigsby
get
would
one.
get one, but Rob and Lenny would not.
Well, I have a dagger. Could I just try to stab him as he tries to run away?
Go ahead and try to shank a bitch.
Try it. Try it.
17.
Nice. That hits.
Damn.
And then did it already roll the damage or?
No,
It
just
did
click on dagger.
not.
I 2.
You scrape him. Is he running away?
Then again, based on the fire damage he already took, he's probably near dead.
Yeah, he's definitely hurting. He's limping as he runs away. He doesn't even notice the
With the
extra
small
little-
size of Bigsby, he just kind of like hits his ankle as he tries to run.
Yeah,
Just
Tendon.
slice an Achilles tendon.
little gash in the ankle. Ain't gonna
Yeah.
bother him too much. He's already half cooked. All right, so Sedrath, it is your turn.
All right. So seeing them beating him up, and internally a little angry that he wasn't able to show what he could do last, and always wanting a good fight, I think he would run after them, at least to the crossbowman. And he's just going to smack a mofo.
Nice.
So he takes out his warhammer, and with two hands, just kind of brings it down upon him. 17 to hit?
That'll hit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Smash
Ah,
it. Oh,
3.
only 3 damage.
dang.
All right, and then he'll use his bonus action to attack again, if that didn't kill him.
No, so you smack him right in the shoulder, and noticeably broke his clavicle, and he winces in pain, but he's not yet dead. He's bloodied, very bloodied, but he's not dead.
All right, so nice. He's going to raise up his hammer and attack again.
Do it.
Only 8.
8 does not hit. So he's
Damn.
able to duck as you go for the killing head strike, and you whiff it. You miss him just barely.
Damn. At least I got 1 square hit in.
That's right. Lenny's supposed to be up there. Wait, there we go. All right.
And that's it for my
That
turn.
concludes your turn. All right. Now, with being frightened, they only go as far away as they can. They don't get.
Wait, cut out.
We lost you.
Yeah, we lost it.
You there? Am I back?
Yeah.
With being frightened from the shroud, they don't lose their turn, do they?
No, their movement on their turn is to get as far away from me as possible. And then they can still take their action against other targets as they wish, but they do everything in their power to avoid me until the end of my next turn.
Oh, okay. All right. So the
But
cross.
that being said, my actions are pretty self-explanatory from this point. He's probably just going to use the Chill Touch cantrip, which does necrotic damage. So it's just necrotic damage on top of necrotic damage on top of necrotic. But we are over time. I do have to get. It is after midnight for me.
Yep, that sounds good. I can. We'll just sort of kind of play him out. We should be wrapping up pretty quickly. I don't think there's going to be very many rounds left. So.
Yeah.
All
But
right.
yeah, I do have to get out. Hopefully, we should be fine for actual stream day, but I do have to get going this time.
Cool. Very good. Well, thanks for joining us today, Ty. Really
thanks, man.
appreciate it. All right. So with that, the crossbowman is going to make an attempt at attacking Sedrath. Let's see, we skipped his turn there, so he's going to take his turn. So after getting smacked with that hammer, he's pretty much facing either fight or flight, and he can't really run anywhere, so he is going to attempt to pull out his mace and take a swing at you. 18, does that hit?
Oof.
I believe that. Yeah, that hits.
Very nice. And he does 6 bludgeoning damage to you.
All right.
And then, let's see. Nalia is going to back up just a little bit more. And let's take a look at her character sheet. And she is going to use her crossbow to strike Lenny from a distance across the ravine.
Ooh.
And I take it 5 doesn't hit.
Doesn't it?
Doesn't hit.
Alright. So she shoots the crossbow bolt across the ravine. Clearly, easily misses Lenny, and the crossbow bolt just sort of ricochets off of Rob, who's standing right next to him, just like,
Cut out again, man.
Cut out all of that.
oh my gosh, man, I don't know what's going on.
Crossbow misses what?
Crossbow misses Lenny, and the bolt sort of just ricochets off of Rob's metal body, and it doesn't even leave a scratch or phase him. It's just like, it bounces off. Yeah, pink. All right, and that is the end of her turn. Up to the top of the order, it is Bigsby.
Alrighty. You like to play with crossbows, so I'm gonna take a step this way. Maybe I'll just step over Vasir's dead corpse and attempt to do my own crossbow bolt at what the lady.
Nalia.
Bada bang. Nat 20?
Was that a nat 20? No, it was 18.
No. It's an unnatural 20.
Yeah, dirty 20.
Dirty.
Dirty
All right,
20.
That hits.
Alrighty, and then that's what's the damage on that? 4. I hit her for 4.
Nice. So yeah, you hit her with the crossbow bolt, and it hits her right in the thigh. It sinks in. She sort of winces in pain. Then she just sort of grabs it with one hand and snaps it right off. And she's hurt, but she's not quite bloodied yet. Next up, it is Lenny. Your turn.
All right, I'm gonna have Lenny. He's gonna move over here, and he is also going to pull out his crossbow and fire a bolt aiming towards her chest. So
So under your attacks and spellcasting, just click on light crossbow or whatever you have. So
Nice.
that'll
15 will
pull it
hit. It will hit.
There you go.
Yeah, then just click on light crossbow and it'll do the damage.
Oh no, the word on the over there.
that's why I just clicked the word. That's what it did.
No, on the right hand for the chat,
Yeah.
just click on the word light crossbow underneath your attack roll.
Oh, okay, I see.
Hey.
There you go.
Wow,
Ooh.
that was a crit.
Fuck.
So
Max
that's
damage.
gonna be
Awesome.
double, so 8. And wait.
Oh, it doubles even when you just.
Oh no,
oh,
no,
okay.
no, I'm sorry. My mistake. That wasn't a crit.
Yeah, it was just max,
Max
damage.
damage.
Just max damage, not a
It's getting
crit.
late, I'm getting tired. All right, so yeah, you're able to hit her
If you
directly.
want to make them do 16 damage, that's up to you, bud.
No, with your crossbow bolt, after she breaks the shaft of the other one, she looks up, and then there it is Lenny, who shoots one and hits her right in the stomach with a crossbow bolt, and inflicts serious pain and damage to her. This one she can't pull out, is causing her to start to bleed externally and internally. She sort of just grabs it and winces in pain and has to deal with it. She is bloodied. Next up, it is Rob. Your turn, Rob.
Let's see. And then, seeing her wince in pain, Rob's gonna rush her and hit her for a melee attack.
I think we'll have to go past the crossbowman.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He will
Okay.
have to go across. Yeah, past the crossbowman. So he
Okay,
will
so should I put him like right here maybe and have him attack the crossbowman, or?
Yeah, you can do that. Otherwise, you'd have to take opportunity attack.
Okay, yeah, I will do that. Then he'll rush the crossbowman.
All right, Rob. $19. Dang, Rob's a beast.
Jeez.
Hell yeah.
Damn, max damage. So he smacks him. Ooh, ooh. How do you kill him? How does Rob kill him?
He
violent.
smacks him against the wall, crushing his head open, or?
Ooh, he just grabs his head.
Brutal.
Yeah, just smashes his head into the wall. Oh yeah, so he's dead. He's definitely dead.
Right into the cave wall, just.
All right, and that is it for him, and that's it for his turn. He was gonna go next, but not now. Sedrath, it is your turn.
All right. So since he's dead, Sedrath is. Yeah, he's just gonna run up to her. And he is going to. Where is it at? I'll make sure I read this right before I try it. All right, he is going to cast inflict wounds at
Yeah.
I got slots to burn at a first level.
Make a melee spell attack against a creature you can reach. On hit, the target takes 3d10 necrotic damage. Oof. Oof.
All right. So let's see if I calibrated this right to work. So my spell attack mod is 5. So let's see if this will work. 11 to hit.
11 does not hit.
Damn.
I'm sorry. That would have been
Now-
really cool.
Now let me look at something real quick, just to see if this. Now, would this be considered an attack action, or would it just be spell attack?
The inflict wounds?
Yeah, I guess it would be a spell attack, right?
Yeah, it would be your action.
Damn. All right, then I can't use my war priest.
Nope, that would be it, man.
Yep, that's it for me then.
You don't get 2 attacks?
No, it's only with a melee attack.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, if I were to attack with my hammer twice, or if I were to attack with my hammer by itself, I think it would hit.
Mm-hmm.
But with war priest, yeah, it says when you use the attack action, and that's with a weapon. So this was a spell attack, so I can't use it as a. Can't use it as a bonus.
Guy
Yeah, that's
just
it for me.
creepily walks into my the stream here. It's my brother. Okay, so yeah, inflict wounds. You're unfortunately unable to inflict any wounds onto Nalia. So you go to strike her, and she's able to just barely escape the reach of your weapon. And it is her turn. And now that you're right up in her face, she is going to try to attack you with...
Bring it on, bitch.
Bring it on, bitch. She's going to try to hit you with her great sword that she had slung on her back. And she gets 2 melee attacks.
12 does not hit. Neither does that 8.
Oof. So she is unable... Wait, what is her... Hold on. Oh yeah, it does have the... I did add the modifier to it, so... Yep, she is swinging, and you are just dipping and dodging, and she is unable to connect with you, unfortunately. Bigsby, it is now your turn.
Dick.
I wanted a fight, not a one-sided smackdown.
I'm gonna try to move up a little like that, and just nail her with another light crossbow, because She's impervious to my fire techniques.
Fire
It
techniques.
probably doesn't hit.
No, 11 does not hit. You
Man, what's
fire
with the
another
11s
bolt,
today?
and it misses her, whizzes right past her head, and breaks on the stone wall to her side. And next up, it is Lenny Koggins.
All right. After the success of his last attack, he is going to use his crossbow again to finish the job. So,
Ooh, 14 might hit.
14 hits.
Ooh. Oh.
Ooh!
Another max damage on that.
Get your daggers, dude.
yeah,
Crossbow boy.
he's a sniper.
Oof.
Fucking dead shot Lenny over here.
Yeah, this one this one hits her right square in the chest. And again, she cries out in pain as she now has a bolt in her abdomen and in her chest. And she is definitely bloody, and she starts to cough up blood. Says, "Damn you, you foul goblin, you worthless. You, I will get revenge for this. I will." She sort of just winces in pain and starts to spit and cough up blood. And that is your turn, Lenny. Rob's turn. What is Rob gonna do?
I need to order him to go and finish the job. So he's going to rush up to her and deliver, hopefully, the final blow directly to her face.
Crush her skull.
He just goes
Yeah.
around bashing people's heads in.
That's just kind of his thing. Yeah, he just likes to crush skulls, you know?
Makes him happy.
Ooh, damn.
Ooh, it hits.
8
damage.
Woo!
Jeez.
Your lucky number, man.
Lenny really hates this woman, so.
Yeah.
Rob goes up and he doesn't smash her skull in, but he goes up there and just gives her a massive blow to the gut. Just
Oh,
coughs up
wow.
blood all over Rob's metal body. And
Turn that's what you cut out, bud.
oh my gosh. But yeah, he charges up to her and delivers a devastating blow into her stomach, and she spits up blood all over his metal body.
Nice.
And that is the end of his turn. She is definitely bloody, definitely in pain. She does not have a lot of life left in her. And it is, let's see, Sedrath, your turn.
Damn. All right. So, seeing her all beaten and bloody,
Have a time.
I look at her and I ask her, "Are you sure you want to keep this up? Or do you want to get out of here with your life?"
And she looks at you and she says, "I'll die before I surrender to you pathetic worms. Kill me if you're going to. Spare me the miserable dialogue. Just kill me now."
I swear, if you weren't my enemy, you'd be a woman after my own heart. And then he is going to... Let me adjust my spells there. He's just going to use his warhammer. Gonna raise up his hammer. And, dirty 20.
Jeez.
Drop the hammer.
Come on, big number, no whammies. 8 damage.
Ooh,
8
that is
magic numbers,
exactly
everybody.
what you needed. How do you finish her off?
So, as she says, he looks at her and goes, "All right, well, maybe a woman after my heart, but I think I'll get to yours first." And he reaches down and pulls the arrow out that was sticking in her gut, stabs it into her chest where her heart is, just a little bit, and pulls back his hammer and slams it in like a spike
Oh,
straight into her heart and against the wall. And he goes, "Now, rest easy. I might see you again soon. Who knows?"
oh. She just lies there, lifeless. You see the movement just cease. Just lifeless body laying there. She sort of continues to bleed out from her wounds. And that is it. you have defeated Nalaya of the Syndicate. Now, what you see in the rest of the cavern here is the boat. There is there was a gate, but or a great metal, I guess, gate that sort of is at the entrance, and that has been left open for you. So the ship is essentially small enough for just your crew, the four of you, to be able to effectively escape the sewers and head out of the town, the city. And you would be the sewer is pointed directly north on the River Serban, so you would be essentially.
Sorry, I gotta go.
You gotta go. Yeah. Well, we're all done here. You guys successfully completed. I know it ran about a half an hour later than we were anticipating, but thank you guys all for sticking through it today. This was fun. I know I definitely need to brush off the rust of the D&D, but thank you guys so much for being here and playing with us. This was
good night, you guys.
Night, everyone.
All right, guys, take it easy.
Later.
So before we end, how much gold you got?
We'll go. I'll post all that in the Discord, all the final details for everybody, so we can have.
You're cutting out.
We can have a recap. Jeez, man, what is going on? We will have a recap for next week, and we'll allow you guys to loot her goods. So we'll go from there. But that's it for tonight. I got to get off too, so. Thank you guys. Thanks, Kyle. Thanks, Isaac. I hope you guys had fun, and we'll watch this video back and see what we can get better and post it on YouTube, and we'll see what it is. But all right, guys. You guys have a good night.
Yep. See you, everyone.